Peace, peace, and shalom, and good day. This is your kinfolks, OMAR, HOSEA, servant, saying good day to you guys and gals. What's up to Instagram? What's up to YouTube? And what's up to Facebook? I want to put Twitter on here real quick. Hold up so I get this Twitter conversation on here as well. I'm going to drop this on Twitter. You can set this up real quick. Bear with me for a hot second. First, let me get this started in a prayer. Matter of fact, I guess Twitter can wait. Need to get this out. It's fresh on my head, on my spirit. First of all, let's go ahead and pray this in. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. Thank you for a good morning. We ask that you guide us, protect us, and help us to build a better relationship with you prior to the sun coming up. For all things was made in darkness, but your divine light was what sparked the life in the darkness that became the light that we come to respect now and to come to love now. So we ask that you will help us to differentiate the difference between your divine light and the false light. We ask that you help us to clear our minds and help us to see what's going on within ourselves. By the power of the Spirit, I come, but to the power of you for me, not to me, we say thank you. Selah. Good day. Suicide in the Black America. This is on the fly. This is not something I read in the book. This is something that I'm taking personal notes on. And one of the personal notes is I've been noticing a pattern in some things. I've been noticing a major pattern. Now, I'm going to go into Instagram on my other phone. And as I'm looking at all the photos, I'm picking up one scenario. The first 20 pages, somebody dressed in their Greek sports apparel. The change is made from Italians. The clothing is Italian. The cars are made from Italian. And more likely, the Jesus is made from Italy as well. The next page I go down has a sister creating some nice stuff with crystals and things of that nature. It's cool. And so we're seeing that people are using the stimulus money to what? Create businesses. Fine. All right. So we're seeing that all this trinket stuff is starting to become real popular. I seen dude from Dipset had his new pink diamonds and stuff. Was it beautiful? Yes, it was. But the mentality behind it, the actions while portraying it. Mind you, this is Black American suicidal thoughts. Then we have more rap stuff, music stuff. All right, and it's getting more explicit. Like I'm looking right now, where a monkey with all the skin peeled off. That's suicidal. I'm looking at another one where it's just strictly about this crystal thing. Again, crystals, trinkets, all of them have in common is those crystals are the same thing go to your cell phones and your computers and your music and your headphones and things of that nature. So we got that. Now, once again, I'm looking at different posters on Instagram, and it's food, clothing, money, jewelry, cars, sex, a few words of how to stay in that loop. Got some water right here. Stand in that loop. Now, I shared with y'all that we went on tagged one day, several times, and we noticed on tagged and other social media sites, especially TikTok. And I'm wondering, why is TikTok so big? You get less than, you get 60 seconds of fame to make up some stuff, and that's that. This is not, we're not talking about everybody. We're talking about Black American suicidal thoughts. So on the TikTok, we see young men and women and children mimicking lyrics and ideologies of people they may or may not know, their favorite rapper or their idol, or their favorite song, whatever, idol. We got that, no problem. The next phase was we watched is this craze with everybody with different texture of spandex. Now, I'll keep it 100 with you. I go into these stores every other day, right? And I'm seeing on social media every day. I'm seeing on TV every day. And what I see is the woman being deflowered. Her wisdom is being deflowered. Everything that the woman is supposed to be is the opposite in Black suicidal thoughts. The Black woman, so-called Black woman, is suicidal. The Black man is suicidal. The Black community is suicidal. How I know? Because I'm hearing more people talk about suicide, and in other words, I might not have heard before, matricide. Matricide is where you murder your parents and your brothers and your sisters. Suicide is when you kill all your family and you kill yourself. Then it's called homicide if you don't kill yourself and you live to make it. And collectively, according to y'all's will and his word, you're going to need some pesticide to keep you from breeding people like that. Black suicidal thoughts. But I'm watching these women in the stores, no matter what their age they are. They have the spandex with their, I don't even know if they have drawers on or not, but it's like, it's hard to go shopping in the grocery store and you bend it down to pick up some apples, or there's something on the lower shelf, and you happen to go in and see something else that you want, and there's 3 or 4 booties, women booties, and their vaginas in your peripheral. And then they still happen to catch you looking like, they're just like, what the fuck you looking at it like? That's suicidal. That's suicidal on the so-called black man. That's suicidal on the so-called black woman, because these thoughts of, because he got all this jewelry and she got these tight pants on and all this fugazi stuff, it seems like it's okay to be suicidal in America. It seems that it's okay for grandma and little babies to have rainbow hair. That is suicidal. It is suicidal to go and buy $1 million cars knowing that your race need 4 million just to get a nice legitimate law up there to keep your children from getting murdered on the way to school, or to keep your children from being over vaccinated, or to keep your community from being overran by outside police officers patrolling your communities. Black Americans suicidal thoughts. So now we go to this part where it's okay to be a drug dealer, a killer, um, uh, uh, a drug dealer, a killer, things of that nature. It doesn't make sense. What you typed there? Keep your kids. Yeah, you should keep your kids away from me because if I'm hungry, I'm gonna cook the motherfuckers. Kids are baby goats and sheep. Idiot. I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you haven't figured that one out yet. All right. Unlike you, you eat kids, children, dogs, rats, and the whole nine. But back to what's going on here. If anybody remember who's watching, who was the first ones to have rainbow hair, literally, and it has nothing to do with being homosexual? Who brought that out? I'll give you a hint. Weave. The same person that sold you weave is the same one that promoted Racer X. The same ones that promoted Dragon Ball Z. The same ones that promoted Bruce Lee. The same ones that promoted My Little Pony. Oh, and no intelligent woman, and this is for Sister Shalik Bay or somebody that says I ain't got no intelligence. We'll find out in a minute, huh? Check this out. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what we call them, Mr. and Mrs. Clowntastic, because they enjoy the circus, riding on the horse and the animals, the tigers and the bears, and having the rainbow hair and the long eyelashes and deformed bodies and things of that nature. Before I get into this, for those that don't know, all right, who didn't even know anything about elephantitis. Elephantitis is a disease given to a group of black men and women in a book called Jasher, who were from Egypt, kings and queens and stuff of the nature, y'all, like y'all say. And part of that curse of having a extra big ass, an extra long penis, extra big hands and extra big head and stuff like that, it really was a curse. Elephantitis is the enlargement of your body parts, whether it's a foot, your vagina, your booty. So you might have to take a second look when you're chasing after somebody who has extra large hands and penises and vagina walls and stuff, extra large teeth and lips and things that y'all find beautiful, but it's really suicidal. Called elephantitis. There's a movie called Elephant Man. Now, in Elephant Man, his shit was a little more dramatic, but nonetheless, elephantitis was a real disease given to the so-called black people on the planet, because what they did was suicidal. You said, bro, what would you mean what they did was suicidal? What they did was, everybody know about the Great Deluge. Egypt talked about it. Vikings talked about it. Incas. So obviously, the whole planet knew about this deluge. Now, I told y'all in the last video that the book of Jasher, chapter 12, where it says that after the deluge, people came off the ship. They remade the black race. But what happened, that the black race, a couple thousand of them, decided that they was going to fight against the creator of the sun, moon, and stars and the planet that they walk on. Ra is the sun god, okay? But the creator of the sun, which makes you call him Ra, his creator, y'all threw a middle finger about him. The moon, y'all name, I forgot the god's name, y'all call it, in Egypt. I forgot her name. Instead of giving the creator its respect, he left you into the moon worship. Same thing with wisdom. Wisdom is not a physical thing. Even though by using wisdom you create things that are physical. But they gave it to a physical being as a half a bird or a half a person called Thoth. And then created this suicidal teaching called the Emerald Tablets. Not knowing that that's witchcraft. But let's speed that up to the purpose of this video. Black American suicidal thoughts. That is the history of the black suicide, that they walked away from their creator. And I'm keeping 100 with y'all, right? I was talking to my mom today. I was sharing with some folks that I'm in pain since 1995, non-stop. Really, from my teeth, my head, my eyes, my back, my neck, tingling like a bunch of needles. When I rub my skin, feel like a bunch of needles. But we put up with it. So a lot of times they say, you think about suicide? I'm like, no, I'm not thinking about no motherfucking suicide. I'm still cool, boom, get up, get my hustle on, and when it hurt, smoke me a joint, drink some water, give me some juice, eat some healthy foods, go to sleep, get back up. But now, that's 1995 up until this past week, right? But this pain has always been getting worse. And we're talking about Black American suicidal. So I'm just giving you my experience of my contemplation on suicide. And it had nothing to do with being weak or strong. It just had to do with now what? That's what I mean by this. There was a sister too that also mentioned about she wanted to. Remember, let's say this. There was a lot of sisters that I've come across that's been talking about suicide. There's a lot of guys that don't say suicide, but their actions, their language, and what they swim off into shows that they're contemplating on suicide. So the thing is, I told you half my family is dead. We're all wiped out. And just me and my mom, right? So I'm a strong guy. I know a lot of stuff. I fix houses, cars, computers, cell phones, reprogram. I do upholstery. I design, do hair, cut hair. I do nails. I do nails if I got to. You know what I mean? Breed dogs, cook, clean houses, you name it. But that's only good when you're healthy. When your physical body is healthy. You can have all this in your mind that you know that you can do if you've done it. But when the body is no longer available, then there comes an anxiety and a type of depression. And now I'm in a position where my mom is getting older. And my injuries like getting super, super duper worse. You know what I mean? I even asked some folks, man, I got my own money for a crib, but trying to get it go fund me so I can get this surgery, but boom. I didn't get that one thing, which was cool. I wasn't upset about it. It just wasn't my time. So we got back up, started a little company again, boom, boom, boom. But the moral to that story was, I'm looking at my mom, and she's gonna need me. And in my mind, I'm like, man, I can't protect my mom and be there for her with this severe damage to my T2 and 3 and severe damage to my L4 and 5 and literally no distant things in that. And so I'm like, with all this wisdom that we have and all this information, and we're like, damn, this is not getting me nowhere. Really. There's somewhere in the scripture that says it's worse to have all wisdom and no money. But it's just as bad to have all money and no wisdom. But the balance of the two is you can't have them both. You have to choose either wisdom or money. You can't have them both. And so in my mind's eye at the time, I'm like, man, I'm tired of fighting folks about what I earned with my hands. I ain't sell drugs to get my ear bubbles. I ain't sell drugs to get my lambskin shirts and my lambskin drawers and socks and my silk. I didn't have to. My cars. I didn't sell no drugs. I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to manipulate. I didn't have to boss nobody. I didn't have to have sex with no female or none of that. Like none of that black excellence shit. Let me get to that. Because I was watching P. Diddy with Jay-Z and them talking about all these quote unquote black men putting their glasses up to about black excellence. But yet LGBT got more rights than your black excellence. But we're going to take that and push that down here. So I'm talking to my mom today. I mean, I'm like, it's so much. I mean, down like in my groin area, man. I'm like, man, I feel like somebody got a million needles poking me and shit, right? I mean, every little step, I'm like, oh my God. I mean, every step, I get air bubbles. I'm like, man, this is not getting, I can't take this no more. Because one thing will happen is anybody's in severe pain every day, all day. And if you have a super duper high tolerance for pain like I do, one thing you're going to find out, narcotics is not the way out. No, narcotics is not the way to do it. Hurting yourself and other people is not the way to do it. You know, it comes a point where you destroy the ego in you, and you say, you know what? At one point I could do it, but I can't. And then that right there too, to some people, is depressing, high anxiety. But if we leave it up to the pale skin and to the white nigga or the academia nigga, he'd tell you that you're crazy and you weak. No, that is a human emotion when you have high expectations for yourself and your family and your community and your well-being. That just gets depressing because you physically can't do it. But you have the mind, you have the wits, you have the energy, you have the talents, you have the trust and the loyalty of the people, but yet it's not being given back when you can't physically get up and do it. And so I told my mom, I said, you know what, Mom? I don't know if I'll be here no more. I ain't going for shit. Well, for customizing cars and houses, you name it, fabricating, you name it, computers, cell phones, you name it. I breed dogs, cats, fish, you name it. Now it's like I'm too much pain to do anything. Then I'm like, man, all right. I'm just sharing my story. For anybody who keeps thinking about suicide and things of that nature, I figured I'd throw myself out there first before we start talking about the other things. Anybody's more than welcome to get in. I really made this for the people to get in. What's up? So if anybody want to get in, uh, tap me in. Let me know. I wish I could find a sister who had mentioned the suicidal thing. But I'm so tired of hearing this suicidal through our sisters. The other part to this too, another suicidal black American suicidal thoughts, is a lot of our young daughters, middle-aged daughters, 30 and under, are talking about their demon bitches, the devil's daughter, like it's cool. Back to the suicidal thing. So today I'm like, man, I was in so much pain. But this symphony was like somebody just took out Mozart, Beethoven, and everybody else, because everything was like no, I mean, like, it got so painful that I can't even eat. I'm up for blowing weed, trying to get my appetite. I can't even eat because it hurt. And anybody know anything about L4 and 5 damages, that messes with your groin and messes with your ability to know when you're in the bathroom and things of that nature. So that's just a lot of stuff. But we keep it glory to be the Most High. He knows what's best. But I said, Mama, I don't know if I won't be here no more. Because I can't protect you. Can't go to work no more. Can't build cars, build houses, customize windows. You know what I mean? I can't stand on my feet, cut the hair. You know, if I got to, I'll be braiding the hair, plaits. You know what I mean? We just keep a hustle. We just picked up, we just took books and picked up every skill that we could. I mean, my pain is so hard that if one of you had bust your head on the street and I was there, I'd be able to give you brain surgery. I'd be able to transplant your heart and all those things. That's how deep we got into things and tinker with things and fix things. And if anybody was a child that had that little operation game, we had to pull the bone of the guy's femur. Yeah, that sparked me into science and biology and things of that nature. Not to mention my mom is a retired phlebotomist, nurse. You know, so it's like the medical field and all these things, the psychological field and all these things. I'm groomed in it. He said, "What you mean, bro?" Here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, every hood has a college, literally. From Pitt, Robert Morris, Penn State's not too far, CMU, Point State College. I mean, it's nothing but plethora of colleges. And in a college where there's more than 50, 20 colleges in one area, you know there's enough books and stuff to study and research. And that's what I did. And so now I can't put on those things to use. The only thing we can do is make videos. And we enjoy it. But it's nothing like being able to create something out your own hands and out your own wit. And then be able to get on here and say, hey, where y'all at? Oh yeah, and big ups to Judah Mack too, man. Cause I want to come down and visit y'all so bad, man. My back's so fucked up. I'm hesitant, really. Really, that's what started it. Cause I'm watching Judah Mack and I'm checking him up on Facebook and how him and his bro, you know what I'm saying, they built these things up, right? And I'm like, man, uh, what is it on? Uh, I'm like, man, I want to be able to help build that, help build that community, man. You know, we know blueprint, we know electrical 220 lines, 500 lines, fuse boxes. We built a house literally from scratch. We teach the children how to do it, all of that. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, back hurt too bad, spine hurt too bad, need this surgery. Like, it's just fucked. But the good news is this: you don't have to take narcotics. You don't have to take narcotics. Because what's going to happen with narcotics is this: the narcotic is going to supersede the need to not want to be in pain. It's not a good trade-off. Let me tell you. Let me take a 1 minute break or something to give me some more juice. And we're going to tap back at this. It's only been a half hour. That's cool. I'm trying not to make these videos so long, but it's just so much to share. And because it's truth, it's real, it's from experience. It's something that y'all can feel the vibration. And it's worth your time watching and going back to watch and sharing with somebody else. And we make sure that's what it's for. That's why we pray and say, Father, we have permission. So let's get some juice real quick. Right back at you. Let's see if I can drop y'all something on here real quick when I go get me something to drink. What's this? Is this on here? That's not even on there. That's not even on there. Anyway, I'll be right back to y'all. This is one of the rarest moments I'm gonna share with y'all about what's really going with me to tie in to Black American suicidal thoughts. All right, be right back. Oh shit. Goddamn. Oh. Alright, here we go. Alright. This is some good stuff here. There's probiotic here. The pom-pom juice and dragon fruit. I wish I could get pom-pom juice and dragon fruit mix. That's the shot. But we'll have to deal with pom-pom juice, berry, pom-pom juice, and plum. And so this keeps on inflammatory. You have back spine damage and certain inflammations. And also if you have any emotional issues going on. Something about the pom-pom juice keep you excited. So yeah, like I said, back to the story. So I told my mom, I'm like, man, I love you, mama. You know, I'm gonna fight through this with you. I'm gonna fight through this so I can be there for you. However, this pain is getting really, really, really bad. I think tomorrow I'm gonna go to the hospital. Or Tuesday, go to the hospital. And Savannah, go ahead and get this surgery and just get it done with. Can't take it no more. You know, cause it's like in this time frame, Black America is happy with her suicidal thoughts and her homicidal tendencies and its matricidal culture of killing your mother and your father and your brothers and sisters. It's becoming a new fad now. Suicidal thoughts. Now back on just one uh, suicidal thought. I had a dialogue with a sister or two. Once again, if I have a dialogue with any of you guys, I'm never going to say your name. I'm never going to say your hook. I'm never going to. That's why I got my teeth. That's why people trust me every time I go to their neighborhood or wherever I go. They know I'm not going to go back and run back nothing because wherever's there stays there. For one, I'm not going to tell your conversation with me to somebody else because you would have told it to me, you'd have told it to them. And so that's something we pride ourselves on as well. But I was talking to a sister, but I also read some other posts and other sisters. I even see some stuff through Offset's wife. And I had noticed a pattern is that they all say they want to get fucked. That's suicide. Then I seen a condom pack with hot sauce. Might have been a joke with Drake on it. Suicide. And what nobody told you in your horny sexual activity while you're smoking weed, getting drunk, taking mushrooms, for the sister who mentioned some more mushrooms, you ever come back taking mushrooms? Uh, Fuck, lost train of thought. Oh, I hate that. Oh, that burns me up. Oh, that burns me up. That burns me up. Lost the train of thought. Oh, they said they want to fuck. Uh, Maybe I might be the first to tell you guys. Maybe I just have to be the first to tell you. Spermicide is Russian roulette with your DNA in your body, especially you women. And men, spermicide is the murder of your creativity. your natural creativity. Natural creativity after you didn't bust your nut, da da da, and all of a sudden you think you're feeling better. Now you're going to do you. We're talking about your natural ability to create, because spermicide goes inside your flesh, in the sperm that's in the side that's in the sperm, like homicide, pesticide, and suicide. You have spermicide, and spermicide is related to pesticide, and pesticide is related to suicide in the Black American Suicidal Thought Program. Because every time a young black woman or a young black male put on a condom or two or three or four or five or six or a whole fucking box, you're literally, this is water, so I can do this. I got a bag right here. This is what you're doing. This is spermicide, right? And it's in the rubber. All right, see this right here? That liquid right there is spermicide. This is your penis. This is what it's doing on the skin of your penis. All right. I'm sorry, Facebook, you can't see it, but you can right here. Whoever's here, maybe I can touch something. Maybe we'll change it up. There you go. Right there. That's the spermicide in the condom that's in your skin. Not on the outside of your skin, but yet on the outside of your skin, if you leave the spermicide on the outside of the skin long enough, it'll saturate through the plastic and become part of the plastic and a part of your solution of your body. Now, this spermicide that sits in the bottle like this, that sits in your flesh and in your skin, and in the bottom of your sac wall, like your urine. Some of you guys, when you take a whiz, you be done, right? And then after you squeeze a little bit, then that last little bit of urine come out. Yeah, that thing. For in this video, I got 15 minutes, 15% on this one video. I might keep it going on for Facebook. Is your suicide. Immoral sex, even though it's protected with lubrication, is suicide and homicide. You're literally killing off yourselves. And the party gift is this. We'll give you a stripper pole. Fix this real quick. Here we go. Let me fix this. There you go. Oh, that ain't it. Hold on, I gotta fix this camera real quick. That ain't gonna work. Here we go. Let's see if this will work. All right, here we go. Here we go. I can put my charger in here real quick. Hold on. Get my makeshift studio equipment together. Pretty soon we're going to my big screen and get back to the teaching part of what we normally do. Oh, wow. All right, here we go. Oh, schnizzle. All right, what's this at? I'm trying to fix this real quick. Bear with me, please. I hope this don't slide down like it normally do. Uh-oh, there it goes. It's sliding on me. It's sliding. Pimp sliding. All right. That is suicide, brothers and sisters. Condoms and pregnancy protection things or suicide. Let's see if anybody want to chime in. Anybody want to chime in? They told me to search. I'm not doing all that search stuff. Anybody want to chime in, you can. Anybody want to get involved, they can. You can get in. That's suicide. And the thing is, nobody even really told you in sex ed class. Because now, everybody wearing condoms and they, matter of fact, remember, what's her face? Was wearing condoms on her shirts and shit. And so I creep, yeah, and keep it on the down low. You see what I'm saying? Because nobody has to know. But God knew. The Most High knew. So it seems that this spermicide, suicide of the Black American thoughts evolves itself around sex, entertainment, money, and ego. Now, I want to top on this black excellence that I heard Puffy and Jay-Z and them talk about. Now, mind you, as I shared with you a couple of seconds ago, I'm like, we've done exactly what they done. Only thing difference, they got with some folks that traveled away from the Ten Commandments. Here's the epilogue to this video. Black excellence is suicidal. Suicide is the black excellence. Matricide and homicide. Because early days, we didn't kill each other the way we're killing each other now. So it's a trained and learned thinking that's been in our communities since the 80s. And everybody's been groomed now. Then all of a sudden, everybody wants a Maybach Benz, Bentley, this, a Batman car, or that. But you would think out of black excellence that you would just go ahead and build your own. And you would build your own version of Fendi. You would build, matter of fact, you would take a page out of China. You would take a page out of Taiwan where they make everything that you like, but let somebody else put their name on it. Nike, Air Jordan. That is suicidal. To spend all your energy, and the energy, the fruits of your labor from your spending your energy called money, you wouldn't and just buy stuff. Black excellence is suicidal. It's black American suicide, suicidal thoughts. I want to give a big ups to Kodak Black. He want to give big ups for his awakening. He went 100. There's another point we want to make before we close this. Suicidal thoughts. Look at this videos on your social network platform. Get your pencil, some paper, and ink pen, and make 5 boxes. And at each website or each media outlet, write down everything you see and put all them boxes and make one big box. And you can call that Black American Suicidal Thoughts. And you will see it's only about materialism. Boss. What did I say that? Based on social status. That's what boss means, based on social status. So, you the boss with your big gatherings, but you're not the boss in reality of the social reality of life. I heard Chris Brown say something you hate people talking so wearing their brother's clothes and broke. I just want to share something to all you rich young brothers and sisters and stuff like that. You still broke. I just want to let you know. And if you ever learned anything from Michael Jackson, Red Fox, Sammy Davis Jr., and all the other black excellence, when they died, the money went back to its maker. Who was the money maker? Who's the father of money? The creator of money? The Rothschilds. Let me tell you about this book. My thing died? The hell? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna send this out. I'm gonna get this book for you to prove what I'm saying is facts. There's another book by Andrew Carnegie called Think and Grow Rich. There's another book that'll tell you that Black American suicidal thoughts. Who wrote the book on Profits of Money?
Mike Michalovic. Here's a summary from ProfitFirstBook.com. Mike Michalovic had founded and sold 2 multi-million-dollar companies.
That's not it. Who wrote the book Profits of Money?
Mike Michalovic wrote Profit First. Transform your business from a
Not
cash
that
investor
profit,
to
mother. Fuck. I'm about to spell it. What glass is that? Okay, the House of Rothschild, Money Profits. It was written in 1798 and to 1448. The House of Rothschild's Money, Volume 1. Money's Profits. Uh-oh, my thing's popping off. Put that back up there. Show you the book cover. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me get the picture. I'll show you something. What is wrong with my phone now? It's like really acting up. It's acting up right now. Hold on. Ah. Ah. All right. Here's the book. The House of Rothschilds, The Profits of Money. Get the book if you think Black American suicidal thoughts is not real. To my Moorish Americans, don't you have the prophet Noble Drew Ali? What is he the prophet of? Muhammad to Islam across the whole world. What was he the prophet of? To the Hebrew Israelites, Jeremiah, Isaiah, even Hosea. Who was he the prophet of? Who else had prophets? Any other prophet on the planet? Who or what was they a prophet of? But the people who create the money system, you have a prophet. Who is the money prophet? Not PROFITS prophets, but PROPHETS prophets. And he said, as long as they chase our money and we can print money out of thin air. I need $2 billion bonds. All right, we'll pencil out 1 million, and we'll sell you this bond at the interest rate. Uh, the black man wasn't here when they made that. The black man wasn't in mind when they made this book. Let me give you a money story out of here real quick. We're going to end this video. Now, this is Robert Morris. All right. There's a college here in Pittsburgh by the name called Robert Morris. It's page 143. I call it fake money. Let me get the page for you. $146. That's $130. $43. We'll read something to you about black American suicidal thoughts. That's why y'all guys commit suicide over money. You commit suicide to get money so you can just buy vanity. And this is why this is suicidal thoughts, and why I had some suicidal thoughts today. Because it's like knowing this and knowing that your people are basically dead and you're living the Most High's way. And you're looking around you, you're saying, Father, I need some help. But the Father is like, I know you need some help. I got you. But we want to see these people around you that you may learn too, to strengthen up your faith in me. Not Jesus or anybody else, or no prophets, but just the Most High Himself. But I'll read this to you. This is page 143 in a book called American Nations, A History of 11 Rival Regional Cultures of North America. This has nothing to do with the so-called black man or woman. This 11 rival regional cultures of North America used the black man on the west and the black woman on the east, the black woman on the north and the black man on the south. And he gave you money, gave you jewelry, gave you fancy horses, and the other one keys to the house. And so now each four corners of the planet, the black man feels titled or feels special. And so to stop letting you into his house and stop letting you around him, he figured he would give you money. He would take the chains off your neck and off your thing and chain your brain to his money. You would always want to die, commit suicide, homicide, matricide, petricide, and suicide. On many issues, economic considerations drove the voting decisions of each region's delegates, but others were related to fundamental values. Take the 1778 vote on whether to raise taxes on public at large in order to give half pay for life to officers of the Continental Army, but not to enlisted men who had been paid their regular salaries with worthless paper currency. They've been giving their own people worthless paper currency in 1778. Let me see if I can put my finger on it. Right here. Worthless. Oh, the camera sucks here. I'm sorry, folks. But worthless paper currency. It says this. And you know they call you Yankees, right? Some of y'all they call y'all Yankees. Yankee delegates voted on a masse against the measure because they found it immoral to tax the poor to give special entitlement to the generally wealthy officer class. The aristocrats of Tidewater, the Deep South, and New Netherland enthusiastically supported the proposal, which was in perfect accord with their worldview that society existed to support the privilege. We're going to go down to the bottom one. The Continental Army might mutiny against the cash-strapped Congress if debts to military contractors weren't honored immediately and in full. Yankees rejected the demands of wealthy contractors and officers for preferential treatment, but were overruled by coalitions of Southerners, Midlanders, and New Netherlanders. Now, if you look up these names, you'll find out it has nothing to do with the survival or the God of the so-called black man and woman, the Afro-Asiatic. You're not even in the book. You're not even in the creation of the fake money. You wasn't even in mine. It just so happened that they seen you love the materials, so they gave you $1. They gave you $1, but for you it was only worth 10 cents. So every dollar that you accumulate, you're only worth 10 cents. But one of their friends accumulated $1, it was worth 110 cents. You know why I got the 110 cents? Because that 10 cents came out a year back. It came out of years depression, your suicidal thoughts. So why is our children thinking about suicide? Because you put pressure on them that they cannot handle themselves. And when they fall short of being that beautiful girl, that beautiful or that handsome man, or they fall short that they're not playing football or basketball that you expect them to be, when they fall short of that beauty standard or that hustle standard or that gold chain standard or how many girls you got standard, that's causing a major implosion on the so-called black communities. And it's suicide. We're killing ourselves spiritually, mentally, psychologically at such a high rate, it's ridiculous. Here's another part I want to share with you guys. You can take it or leave it. You know, and I just read this to you out this book. They said they wasn't even giving their military real money. They was giving them fake paper money called fiat. And that's what brought that to this day. Matter of fact, what's his name? I just said his name. Robert Morris was the one who said everybody that got fake money, whoever got fake money, they're in debt. So all of you who got billions and millions of dollars, you're in debt. Jay-Z, Jick, and rest of you guys, Rich Kid, who else is whatever. You're in debt. And that's why they say is you bondable. So if you got 200 million, you're 200 million in debt. They say is you bondable? It says, yeah, well, we'll bond that 2 million debt. They're not bonding the $2 million. They're not bonding your $2 million contract. They're bonding the value of the insurance price should you die or fuck up. That's what's bondable. Everything else is fake. There's the book called The Profits of Money. We're killing each other. We're killing ourselves at such a high rate every day. Every new beat being made. Every new song coming out. Every new mixtape, new video, new chain. I'm going to tell you a prime example. Somebody put I'm going to tell you how lost our children is. And really it's the elder black men and women's fault. When pimping became okay in the black neighborhoods and they started picking up all them white girls, I'm going to use the nigga language, and they seen how the white girls like to be dominatrix, whips, chains, and all that. The black man went to his wife, to his girlfriend, and said, man, I had this white girl, man, she put this on. I want you to do the same thing. So the black woman started doing the same thing. Suicide. Now that the black woman had then started putting chains and whips around her, and daddy likes the chains and whips. So guess who else is gonna like the chains and whips? It might not be that particular baby, but the baby after that might not like it. How we know? On World Star Hip Hop, they said dude is changing the jewelry game by wearing a dog leash. When a man, a so-called black man, puts a dog collar around his neck and break it all pretty, that is suicide. Please do not promote dog collars on our men and our boys and sisters. Please don't wear these fancy dog collars. They're for animals. Please. You done took the pacifier and the pampers and stuff from the babies. Now you want to take the collar and the word bitch and dog from the animals. You want to take green out of the motherfucking tree. You want to take the real birds and sound of birds and make it drugs. It's like you take beautiful words and beautiful things of nature and turn it into this suicidal thought. And then say, I got to get the money. But the money profits who run your societies, who determines how much money you get, or driving you into matricide, homicide, petricide, and suicide. Because I can feel it. I literally have nowhere to go. Meaning, I don't party. I don't talk that nigga shit. I ain't into all the fancy jewelry. I ain't into the, I like a girl who's well built. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? But to go out there and go outside out the crib and pay just to be around something like that? No. Folks like want folks to buy hair and nails, all this fake stuff. Like, throwing it out. I'm an old school type of dude. There's a lot of still old school type of women out there that a lot of us are just not doing that. And so that is high anxiety and high depression, because now it feels like I'm a spiritual woman or a spiritual man. I got my own car, my own money, but I can't find true love. When you do find true love, it's always what? Suicidal. Why? Because they want to beat you, rob you, steal you, cheat on you, give you the venereal diseases, put you on Facebook or be in your own selfies. It's like this suicidal is rampant, and nobody's talking about it. To the sister who said she wants to kill herself, that's the whole plan of the devil, the slanderer, or the slanderess. When they call us black and African American, they've already slandered us, and so their plot is to make us kill ourselves. By what? Going to work for money, gold, cars, and clothes that we cannot keep. We cannot keep them. There's a word called intimate domain. A lot of y'all forgot about that. A lot of y'all buying brand new cars, just roll down the street, police take it. And unless you have enough money to buy what? Another lawyer who so happens to be pale skinned, who works for the exact same folks who's taking your shit, got you feeling like, yeah, I paid for this lawyer, I won. But meanwhile, they giggling at your ass because it's a Ponzi scheme. The justice system is a Ponzi scheme. But to the sister who said you want to hurt herself, you're not by yourself. All right, you're not by yourself, sis. You're not by yourself. This world, the people in this world, is gone. If you're not, it's like this. If you practice the Ten Commandments, your life is going to be boring as hell. Nobody's going to be around you. You can't be around nobody because you don't feel what they like. Example. We want to say thank you to all you guys that kept our friends list on an average of 4,000 every day, every month for over 5 years. We thank you so much. Glory be to the Most High. We pray that something has touched you to grow. Glory, all the glory goes to the Most High. You know, God damn, it hurt. But we thank you for that. You know, for that. So we owe y'all the truth. We owe y'all the experience. We owe y'all the 100. You know, man, give it to y'all. Give it to y'all the way it's supposed to be given to you. Damn, just lost my. That's why I need a co-host or something. I can't remember all this information because there's just too much to share with y'all. I try to keep them in context. Like to mention, shit hurt. Just to think about suicide. The new black man and new black woman in the system and the part that they play on this planet. If you're not into anything that's the opposite of the Ten Commandments, you're not going to have fun doing nothing. I mean, you'll get around some other folks who's practicing the Ten Commandments and you'll have some fun. I'm not saying that you're not going to have any fun. But coming out of the world of fashion and look at me and every girl you see you want to hit or every guy you see you want to let him hit and all the sippy sip and all the, you know, that laid back, who cares? Them days is over with. When you come into the light of the Most High. And he tells you, turn your gladness into sorrow. Like, get an example. I don't know how I do it, but I do it. Every day I get up, I look at my phone. I'm like, damn, nobody called. Unless they want something, want me to do something, fix something, or if they don't know something, boom. And they don't call back no more. All right, cool. You go to work, you did your thing that you're supposed to do, and you have to go outside, you want to meet some folks, but something in you won't let you because something in you, you can see that they're not going where you're going. And you'll find out there's a lot of people on the planet that is not going where you're going. It's for people who's contemplating suicide. The mechanism that clicks on suicide in a man or woman's mind is the ego. As the super ego is saying that you let yourself down and that life is not worth living. And it don't say nothing about God. It don't even go there. It just tell you that hey, you ain't good enough. You ain't like everybody else. And because you ain't like everybody else, kill yourself. And then there's other energies around you that will support that you do. or support that you do. You be like, I thought you loved me. They be like, I do love you. But yet they want to see you kill yourself or kill somebody so you can have something to say. But meanwhile, they're not part of your mental health of being better. But they're part of the snipping away of things that's healthy for your mental. It's cruel out here, young brothers and sisters. It's very cruel. And it's always best to reach out and talk to a stranger. Don't tell your friends. Don't tell somebody you know. You tell a stranger how you feel. Wash yourself and go on about your business. Life is good. Don't get me wrong. Life is wonderful. Life is where it's supposed to be. But it's the people in life. And because we're all being crowded into a funnel system of either live like a devil or die a poor saint. And that's the two roads here. You're gonna either live like a poor saint and deal with this emotional roller coaster, what we call love, living over various emotions, or you could not love and just desire inanimate objects. Like you want to be a king, but you haven't researched what a king is. And you want to be a queen, but you've never researched what a queen does. And if you look at the birth of a king and queen before they became king and queen, they was not in the ghetto. They was not uh, 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 born of felons. Uh, they was already born into a situation that's been handed down for generations of a lifestyle. And so when the black suicidal, the black man or woman with the black American with their suicidal thoughts and tendencies tell themselves that they're kings and queens, now it's psychological. Now it becomes psychological. And then that is suicidal too, because now if I go down to a particular neighborhood that I'm familiar with, and we know the history of the first brick in that neighborhood, and you see how it is right now, and you got people call themselves kings and queens, you like, well, I've never seen a king or queen in history give up their community without a fight, a literal fight with blood and spears. And so what the black kings and queens do in their suicidal mind and thoughts is they come up with this illusion or delusion that since my skin is dark and black and it matches Kemet, which is the black land, and so instantly, like Kool-Aid to water, I'm from royalty. And then that's suicidal too. I've noticed I didn't say anything bad or say anything was bad or good or bad, right or wrong. We just said what's suicidal. And sometimes suicidal thoughts is good for certain psychopaths. Homicidal thoughts, metricidal thoughts, peticidal thoughts, or spermicidal thoughts is for the insane. This is not pre-recorded. It's not freshly new. We're just doing it on the fly because spirit, being honest. And you notice, no, I ain't get my hair all did up. I ain't doing all this, trying to make sure my glasses are straight. Make sure I got the best outfit on so you can look, so you can think that I got it all well together and shit. Like, we ain't doing that fake shit. We ain't doing that. And for those who contemplate on suicide or homicide or matricide, understand this. The thought that fuels that type of behavior is monetary based and ego driven. There is no moral contingency for those things. There is no spiritual fulfillment for those things unless unless you're spiritless and you want to be filled up with some dark energy. And even that, you're a loser. You know? So I just want to shoot out with some of you guys, man. I had a little thought for the day. You know, because, like, many of y'all was in a lot of pain like I am. I'm in, like, literally a lot of pain, man. A lot. A lot. And we just talking about physical. When I mention suicidal. And we ain't talking about the emotional, the mental stress, and the fact that you're a person with this information. You have these books and you have all these talents to share, to give away, and there's nobody to share them with. That's depressing in itself. You know, you have all these skills to teach children with and things like that, and you don't have a chance platform, not a platform, but a way to show it to them. You know. So if you're anybody like that, just keep doing you. Just keep being you. You know, just keep doing and being you, man. Stay prayed up, eat right, say some kind words. Uh, uh, I give you a good pointer. What I did since 1995. I didn't wake up till 5 years later, though. Really, like consciously, 2000. When I got my new name, HOSEA, and the scroll I swallowed. And what I did is we kept all my actual mental pain from causing me physical pain. Because a lot of y'all don't know that mental pain, emotional pain will make your back, your body hurt, your organs hurt. Like, you don't know. But what I did was I stopped desiring materialism. I stopped desiring things that were materialistic. I stopped desiring to have to live better than my mom or my dad or my community. I changed my whole desire of what the world thought I should desire to what I need to desire. And it wasn't until I had that intimate experience or the intimate connection between the creator and myself. And I had that actual connection. I felt that actual connection. And everybody's entitled, everybody can get that connection. In fact, let me see. Somewhere in the Bible in Revelations, I don't think I read that, and we can close it out with that. Where's my book at? I'll use this one. What the heck? Ain't no different. Read something to you in the back of this, and we're going to go ahead and close this out. I know this thing runs so fast. Alright. Now we know the kiss on the cheek means death, right? And here it says, a kiss on the cheek or the shoulder given by one believer to another is a sign of Christian unity and fellowship. That's that mob stuff. Everybody mob kiss each other on the cheek. Oh, they don't have Revelations in here? Okay, here we go. All right. This is what is depressing. This is where depression comes in at, and anxiety, and you wanting to hurt yourself, or you just feel like there's no reason for life. There's a part in here where it says the right to the tree of life. Okay, here we go. Revelations, which is 22:14. Blessed are those who do his commandments, 10 commandments, right? That they may have the right to the tree of life and may enter through the gates into the city. Now, you have the right to the tree of life. So there goes the anxiety, the depression, the suicide, the homicide, because those aren't signatures of life. Those are the repercussions of poor decisions or situations in life that keeps you from knowing that you had the right to tree of life, i.e. you're alive right now, especially if you're watching this video. For it says, and may enter through the gates into the city. So you can't get to the gates, let alone the tree of life, unless you're doing what? The 10 commandments. Because it says, blessed are those who do his commandments. Stop. Now, this is where Black American suicidal thoughts come in at. Verse 1, chapter 22, verse 15. Now, this is what black people call each other in this suicidal, homicidal, patricidal, metricidal culture. But outside, or what? Dogs, bitches. That's my bitch, that's my dog. That's what y'all call each other. Sorcerers. Like this little fire stuff is a form of sorcery, really. Your photos and stuff, and fake makeup, sorcery. A lot of you sisters and brothers, your skin is so messed up that you have to put the filters on and stuff to make you look like this. That's called sorcery. When you get fake hair nails and fake this and fake that and fake booties, you're tricking somebody into liking you. That is sorcery. And it is ironic that it mentions this. We talk about spermicide. It says this: sexually immoral. If you're sexually immoral, along with your depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts as a black man or woman born in America, and if you are a murderer, there's just so much in your rap songs on how you want to murder somebody, and how you want to bang this girl's back out, and how much sex you want to have. A little brother Kodak Black. But that change, dogs, sorcerers, and sexually immoral, you won't live long. You won't have the access to the tree of life because each one has death in them. Sexually immoral, spermicide, sexual transmitted disease, AIDS, dead. Sorcery, you meet somebody, you ain't who you say you are, dead. Dogs, people will eat you out, piss on you, give you fleas, treat you like you ain't nothing. That's the dogs. The murder, we already know what the murder is. I got 15 rounds in the drum. Bump, bump, bump. Look at all these guns. You got the females, got the guns. All right. Then you got idolaters. Who's your favorite rapper? Who's your favorite songstress? What's your favorite car? Who's your favorite clothing brand? What's your favorite brand? Who you gonna kill because they owe you what, 100,000? And whoever loves and practices a lie. Scripture. Scripture. And so in that, it's out of your Orthodox study Bible for you Christians. All right. It's also in the Islamic writings for kafir, who don't associate Allah with the true Islam, not the Babylonian Islam or the Arab Islam. We're talking about the Islam that it was originally created for before it got poisoned. Same thing with Hinduism and the other religion before it got what? Before they put spermicide in it. Before they put insecticide on it. Pesticide in it. Before they start killing the mothers and the fathers in it. Matricide. Before they start killing themselves to cover it up. Suicide. And when they start killing millions of God's children who are like myself, who don't fit in with the world's ideas and the world's logic and the world's version of who's a prophet and who's not a prophet. You don't fit into that. So this is where the healthy anxiety and the healthy depression come in at, because you're emotionally drawn into your seclusion, because when you go out yourself to make friends, when you go out yourself to shake hands, to do business, the friend, the business, the relationship, female, the male, the children, the teacher, the politics, the police, the this and that, are all the same page on the suicidal mission of humanity. Because it would be suicidal for you to buy a car, drive it off the lot, enjoy yourself, and the police pull you over, you ain't got no guns, no weapons, and for some reason he just feels as though he want to kill you. You say, well, that's not suicide, that's murder. You say, no, it was suicide because every time the so-called black man or black woman gets a new car or a new house, there's some police, some realtor, or somebody saying that in this clause you forgot this or you forgot that. That's without fail. With this YouTube, I'm gonna cut this one off. YouTube is OMAR HOSEA saying we love you, take care of each other. I had to put this in because there's a lot of times I've been neglecting you guys from YouTube, but I have, normally I usually just put videos out twice a day or something like that. But we had a long stretch of getting our, putting things in perspective. So we get back at with you. You ain't got to like this. You ain't got to share it, nothing. But just take it in and try. And we out. Oh, shit, what just happened? That's the search for nothing. Let's stream with that. All right. We're done with them guys.